Good evening, friends. Welcome to episode number 53 rather. Not quite at 63 yet, though I'm sure we'll get there plenty soon enough. As you can see, I am back at Mount Pyre, just because I figured I would start here and see what this couple says if we try to return the orb. Seems like the right thing to do, but we'll see if they actually take it or not. Just the man here. Mount Pyre exists to soothe the spirits of Pokemon that have passed on. From so high up, we can look down upon Hoenn. Such a view must bring peace, even to those lost Pokemon. Is it coincidence that you are here? Will you hear my tale, a tale long told in the Hoenn region? Sure. It happened long, long ago. The world was racked by an unceasing battle between Kyogre, the Pokemon of the sea, and Groudon, the Pokemon of the land. Kyogre raising huge waves and carving out oceans, Groudon raising mountains and creating continents. Their fierce duel raged without end. The world was assaulted by vicious rains and merciless heat in turn. Only one power was great enough to quell this terrible outpouring. That of the blue orb and the red orb. I thought he was going to say Rayquaza. The light which poured from the red orb calmed Kyogre in its fury. The light which swelled from the blue orb quieted Groudon in its rage. The two, now docile, dove deep into the sea and disappeared from human eyes. Alright, so no mention of the fact that I have the orb, but that was a cool story. Wonder where the orbs came from. Maybe made by ancient humans with some kind of magic or ritual or power to calm the legendary Pokemon. But alright, I think you guys know what the episode is really going to be about, and that is, of course, fighting Wallace and getting, hopefully, our 8th and final gym badge. So our team is in pretty good shape. I'm pretty sure I healed them up very recently. Level 42 or 43. Looks like half and half. And I suspect Wallace's are probably upper 40s with maybe like his best one, level 50. So let's give it a shot and see what happens. We do have 3 Pokemon that resist water attacks, although one of them is water type herself and the other 2 are weak to ice. And I would not be surprised at all if he had some ice moves on his team, or even ice Pokemon. But alright, let's start by jumping down here. I know we already faced her. What's a little weird is I think her Pokemon was level like 42, give or take. And so were the Pokemon at the first or the 7th gym, so a little odd. Gliding across the ice in a single graceful line. A trainer who can do that is elegant and beautiful. Well, we haven't even tried yet, so not sure if we are elegant or beautiful. And she has a Golduck. One nice thing about this gym is that there are a lot of water types here in Hoenn, which makes sense. So they have quite a variety of Pokemon species to choose from. Send Headbutt. Okay, so Golduck is faster, and it knows a Psychic move. Wow, it did a lot of damage. That's a little concerning that a level 41 Golduck did so well against Lily here. But as you guys know, her defense stat is a little bit on the low side. Especially because she's not fully evolved. And a Wailord. I will get a ton of health back from him. And we are faster. Wailord, I think, is base 60, I want to say. Critical hit. Once again, not sure if that would have been a one-shot if it was not a crit. Alright, well, on the bright side, we're all healed up, so that's nice. Well, excuse me. You are excused. This is really obvious, but how strong you are as a trainer has nothing to do with how young or old you are. Okay, random, but I don't disagree. Alright, I guess you're next. The Pokemon gym of the highest level in the Hoenn region. That's the Sootopolis gym. Very pretty waterfalls, too. Alright, and she has a Gorbis. Gorbis is cool. Actually, yeah, we haven't seen Clamperl. Now that I think about it, I think Clamperl is one of the Pokemon that lives underwater. I totally forgot about Clamperl. I mean, I thought of it like 20 episodes ago when we saw one somewhere, I think, in a painting or something, but so Clamperl you can catch underwater, and then you can trade it holding either the Deep Sea Tooth or the Deep Sea Scale, and it'll evolve to either Gorbis or Huntail. Pretty sure I trained both of those, actually, in one of my teams a long time ago. What a high level you are! Well, we are now that we leveled up. Right, well, it's definitely nice to have Lily a little bit of a higher level. Um, let's bring out Dan. Don't necessarily want to bring out Eve just because those might be some long battles, water type versus water type. Ooh, double battle, that'll be cool. I should teach you how harsh battles can be. Hope there are trainers upstairs as well. But there are a lot of trainers down here, so maybe not. And there is Gorbis's counterpart, Huntail. A little surprising they didn't save these for that double battle and have, you know, other Pokemon here. But, is what it is. So, in the interim, since yesterday, I did think a little bit more about Alteria's moveset, about Ava's moveset. And I decided that I think what I'm going to go with, eventually at least, is going to be a normal type attack for Stab, obviously, making it Fairy type. Sure, let's do Dan and Blaziken. Oh, but I want them to face me at the same time. I wonder if I don't get it quite right, is it not a double battle? Can it even be a double battle? Oh no. Oh, I was so excited too. Alright, one at a time then. The sight of Wallace conducting a battle, the very beauty of it compelled me to become a trainer. Well, seems like you're in the right place then. Although maybe you should have been a coordinator though, if you are more into the beauty of a battle in Pokemon than their fighting abilities. But what I realized, and I kind of think I knew this on some level, but I had to really take a minute to conceptualize it, is that so we're going to eventually teach Ava the move Return, which is a move that does more damage based on how friendly your Pokemon is towards you. And if your Pokemon is max friendliness, as I suspect Ava either is or soon will be. So this is interesting. So Corsola is one of the few Pokemon that resists Boom Burst and is not weak to one of my coverage moves, being Rock and Water type. Luckily, it will take neutral damage from Surf and also Shadow Ball, but Surf is a little more powerful. Aqua Ring, you guys know what that does. So, if your Pokemon is max happiness level, Return will have a base power of 102, which is really good. Plus, in this generation, it gets a 30% boost from Pixelate, Mega Alteria's ability, so that's about 132 base power. So it's already more powerful than Draco Meteor. It's also based off of Ava's higher attack, or her physical attack, as opposed to special attack, and it always hits. So it's just a great standard attack. So it's very comparable to Dan and his Boom Burst, in that it's just a really good stab attack. So because of that, the question really becomes, and there really aren't any Pokemon, or aren't too many Pokemon you would want to use Draco Meteor on that you couldn't use a Fairy type Return on. Really, it would be Poison types and Fire types, because Steel resists both, whereas Poison and Fire resist Fairy, but not Dragon type. But what I realized is that the two coverage moves I'm thinking about, Earthquake and Flamethrower, are actually super effective against almost every Pokemon that resists Return. And if a Pokemon, it's basically if a Pokemon does not resist Fairy types, let's use, it's actually Shadow Ball. Okay, let's do some quick math here. Boom Burst is what, 140, it's 210. Nope, so even though Shadow Ball is super effective, Boom Burst will do more. Shadow Ball is really only there for Ghost types, not for Psychic types. So basically, even if I have Draco Meteor, Return is the better attack. It'll do a little more damage, and it's more accurate, and you can use it more frequently. Let's use Shadow Ball just to finish off Starmie. Actually, I probably should use Boom Burst just in case it used Recover, but I had forgotten it was faster. So, and so the cool part is that almost every Pokemon, like 95% of Pokemon that resist Ava's main stab attack, a Fairy type attack, are weak to either ground or fire, or both. Well, this is not going well. And there's the Recover. Alright, so hopefully we can break out of this confusion and get this Boom Burst off. That should do it. Alright, good job, Dan. Pulled out the win. It'd be cool if, so I don't remember, I remember like 3 of Wallace's Pokemon. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3, maybe 4. But I think he has 5, so I'm missing one of them. And I'm also not sure about the ones I do remember. All right, let's go ahead and heal up while we're here. So for Ava, basically because I would only ever use um, uh, Draco Meteor against a Pokemon that resists a Fairy type move, and because almost every Pokemon that resists a Fairy type move are weak to Fire or Earthquake, Flamethrower or Earthquake would do more damage than Draco Meteor would. So where are my... Oh, I sorted them again, didn't I? There we go, much better. Citrus berries, there you are. All 329 of you. Um, so because of that, the only Pokemon that it would ever be worth having Draco Meteor or Dragon Pulse or Dragon Claw for... I wonder if you have... I guess you can't have Waterfall because you haven't beat Wallace yet, but maybe once you come back here, could you up the Waterfall? That'd be like a really cool little Easter egg if you could. It wouldn't really mean anything, but it would be kind of just cool to see what's up there. Maybe some like statues that spout the water. Alright, hopefully there are more trainers upstairs, but I guess we shall see. So it would basically be Pokemon that are either fire and flying or ground or poison and flying. So the Zubat line, Charizard, Talonflame. But even then, like Flamethrower is still at least even against Golbat and Zubat and Crobat family. All right, so if you guys don't remember from the other episode, the goal here is to step on each tile once and only once. If you step on the same tile twice, you fall through, and if you don't step on every tile, I guess you can't get to the other side. Not quite sure what's going to happen, but so this one actually seems to be well, I was going to say it seems to be pretty easy. Maybe it doesn't. I'm kind of mapping out in my head just so we kind of know where we're going. Okay, I can do that. Ooh, that's actually a little harder than I thought. Alright, what if we try starting on one of these and we go over to here? I think I have it. Let's give it a try and see what happens. So you don't want to back yourself into a corner. And then when you get here, you have to like zigzag back and forth. So is it going to end me? Ooh. I don't think that's it. Because now when I go, I have just the wrong number of tiles. Well, on the bright side, you guys will see what happens when we make a mistake. Yeah, okay, so I guess I need to, the stairs only appear if you get the puzzle right. So the first puzzle, and I have already failed. Not a good sign, but I do like puzzles, and I'm usually fairly good at them, so I just didn't think quite that far enough ahead on this one because I thought I had it. Alright, so what if we start on the middle one and just kind of, I assume we need to like zigzag. What if we do this? Okay. Do that, kind of come around there, do that. Got it, okay. So assume I can just remember what I did in my head. Again, very fun puzzles here. And then we zigzag. Okay, so now if we just go, yep, both ways. Puzzle 1 is complete. And yay, stairs. Okay, so this one actually seems easier, to be honest. Because we can just zigzag the entire thing, I think. Let's just try and see what happens. I'll have to be a little careful once I get to the other side. Although, can I walk in the middle? Oh, I can. That's going to make it, I would think, real easy. Alright, let's try what I'm thinking. I haven't thought it all the way through. This is my general strategy here. I see. I'm going to be in a little bit of a pickle in a second, I think. No, I'm not. So I don't even need the center. Assuming I don't have to end right in the middle square. I don't think I do, because the other side worked from either of the side squares. Yep, alright. Oh, more trainers. Sweet. Okay. They're going to interrupt my concentration, though, so that's not so sweet. It's actually very similar to the last puzzle, so... Although, maybe we could do it a totally different way. No, probably not. Hopefully the puzzles... I guess if you... I wonder what happens if you fall down. Do you have to do all the puzzles again? Alright, let's see here. So, if I do that, I can zigzag back there. Let me just try something and see what happens. Trouble is I could just start on the wrong tile and already doom myself without knowing it. Okay, just gonna do some back and forth. And why don't we take a break and fight you while I'm here? When I gaze upon Wallace, time flies by before I can say oops. Everyone here seems very enamored with Wallace. Aqua fan Marissa and her Azumarill. We faced plenty of those before in our time. They shouldn't be too much trouble. Yeah, I guess I was kind of done talking about Ava's moveset, but yeah, basically there are just so few Pokemon that I would even use a Dragon-type move against. Even though it's a stab attack, and usually you always want to have your stab attacks, your same type attack bonus attacks. Waterfall, rub it in that I don't have it yet. Actually, do we even have Waterfall, the TM? I don't think we do. Wonder where we get it. But yeah, so in this case, I'd rather have the coverage moves than the dragon type attack, so that's what we'll do. And also, I'd love to give up like Flamethrower for Dragon Dance, but I think the coverage from Flamethrower is just it's too tempting to have Flamethrower. So now we can do some zigzagging, and now we're getting a little bit difficult here. I almost wonder if they put her in that corner there so you can't kind of cheat and go. I guess it wouldn't really matter that much, would it? Oh, I see. Actually, I can kind of use that to my advantage. I feel like these are different puzzles than they were last time, 'cause I don't remember there being platforms like this. And it's funny, you would think being, so long ago, it wouldn't matter what I remembered. Like, I wouldn't remember it either way, but I just have the gut feeling that this is not the way it was last time. So I feel like there's actually a lot of ways to do this puzzle because of these middle islands. It would certainly be a lot more challenging, if not impossible, without using the islands. I wonder if that's even. I kind of want to try to see if it's possible, but because I'm not sure it is, I won't waste your time. All right, so I mean, I can just do. Yeah, and there's probably a half dozen ways to do this, but I know one of them. You came all the way here, but you won't get to see Wallace. Not if you lose to me, you won't. Luckily, I brought lots of berries, because that means we don't have to go back to the Pokemon Center before we face Wallace. And a Love Disc. Can be annoying, I guess, but it's not super strong. Alright, Dan, give it a good old-fashioned Boom Burst. Seems like two of my Pokemon, Dan and Ava, both kind of had the same strategy of one super powerful stab attack and then just a couple coverage moves. And in Ava's case, of course, Roost, because I just think Roost is too good on a defensive Pokemon like that to give up. Dragon Dance and Roost actually have pretty good synergy, because then you can kind of stay healed while getting your stats boosted, but again, just what they call 4 move slot syndrome, where no matter how many good moves a Pokemon can learn, you can only learn 4 at a time. I remember in the TV show, they didn't really have that as a rule for a while. Like I remember, I want to say his name was Drake, not to be confused with the Drake here in Hoenn, but there was a guy who was the champion of the Orange Islands, and all right, let's go ahead and heal up just in case. Sometimes they'll challenge you when you walk up to them, especially like Elite Four members and all. So just to be safe, I like to heal from a distance. And also to be super safe, I'm gonna use some Lepa berries. All right, and let's start with. Let's start with Dan. Why not? Actually, debating here. Could you Slate? His Metal Claw would not be very effective against Wallace's Pokemon. Yeah, let's go ahead and start with Slate, just because we used Dan a little bit before. Doesn't really matter too much which one we use. Even though Wallace's Pokemon are a lot higher level, I'm not too worried about this battle. I think it'll be harder than the last one, but maybe not our hardest one. But let's see if I'm wrong. Definitely a cool little platform he has here, where we shall do battle. Allow me to formally introduce myself. I am Wallace, the gym leader of Sootopolis City. There's something about you, a difference in your demeanor. I think I sense that in you. What happened inside the Cave of Origin and what you did there. Our upcoming battle will make all that clear. Now, show me. Show me the power you wield with your Pokémon. And I, in turn, shall present you with a performance of illusions in water. By me and my Pokémon. Alright, here we go. Hoenn versus Wallace. Our 8th and final gym battle here in the Hoenn region. Can't believe it. It's on one hand it's taken a long time, and on the other hand it just seems to have gone by so quickly. So he does have a Love Disc, and I remembered that, because I remember thinking that's kind of a weak Pokemon for a gym leader to have. Level 44, so I think I was probably about right in terms of levels. His best might not even be 50, it might be like 47 or 48 or something, but we'll see. I don't think he led with Love Disc last time, I could be wrong. It makes sense to, because you want to kind of start with a weak Pokemon. No offense to Slate, that's not why I chose you. Something that's kind of, neutral. Because a lot of times a gym leader will have Pokemon with secondary types to help them out with some coverage. So Water Pulse, I think, is Wallace's signature move. It was last time. It is a water type attack, not super powerful. Base power, I think 65 or maybe 60. But it does have a 30% chance to confuse your Pokemon. So I could switch here to get rid of the confusion, but I do like that I already have that speed boost. So let's stay in. And now that we're faster, assuming we're not confused, and we are, we have a chance to flinch Love Disc here. So the one thing Love Disc has going for it is that it is pretty speedy, and apparently pretty lucky as well. You can tell that was very advantageous because it allowed us to get the Water Pulse off and the confusion before I could do any damage to it. Alright. Thankfully we did not hurt ourselves that time, and good, lots of damage. And we are still confused, so we can't get confused by this attack, but I'm pretty sure this turn confusion will wear off, so maybe I should use Earthquake. Okay, good, it hit. For a second there I was like nervous, like is it not going to hit? But it did, so we are safe. Alright, so 1 down, 4 to go, although Slade has taken a lot of damage there. Whiscash, yep, I remember that one. So Water and Ground types, that's one of those coverage Pokemon I was thinking of. Actually, you know what, I think I do remember his whole team. I'm just not sure about one of them. Alright, well, Zen Headbutt is still our best move, and we are still faster thanks to that Rock Polish. Didn't do as much to Whiscash since it is a fairly defensive Pokemon. And of course it's super effective against poor Slate. Alright, well, we have our resident water type. Let's bring out Lily. She might sweep through the team, but, it is the most powerful gym leader, so I want to play it smart. And I brought her out because Giga Drain will be doubly super effective since Whiscash is water and ground type. Plenty of XP there. And Melodic, his best Pokemon. 46 only. Wow, I'm very glad I didn't train you more then. This seems... I'm actually really shocked they're this low, because, again, imagine if you had, like a Mega Sceptile, or, even Kyogre, like level 45. Like, these Pokemon wouldn't stand a chance. Melodicus is only like a really formidable Pokemon, and it's only level 46. But it is pretty fast, and it does have Ice Beams, so I should make sure I do not underestimate Melodic. Luckily, we did not get frozen, and we should be able to recover a lot of health here. Yes, just over half, actually. That's really good. And we got some health back. Will we be able to take another Ice Beam? It's going to be close. Let's see what happens. Wallace is playing smart. I'll give him that. I appreciate that. And okay, Lily couldn't quite hang on, but that's okay. For a Pokemon that's not fully evolved, she did a great job there. Alright, just for fun, let's bring out Melodic versus Melodic. Now, mine is lower level, but I do have the health advantage. Although it's quite possible his knows recover. Oh, and I didn't replace Dive. I forgot about that. I guess I probably do need Dive for a while yet, though, so maybe that's okay. And besides, I wouldn't have used Blizzard against his Pokemon, probably. Oh, and it does no recover. So, I did consider teaching Eve Toxic before this. I'd have to go grab Toxic from Fiery Path, but, interesting. I don't want to switch because I don't want to give him a free attack against one of my other Pokemon. But I also don't want to really sit here all day. Hydro Pump, very cool. I definitely don't want one of my Pokemon to take a free Hydro Pump. And this is not going to do a lot of damage because Melodic is so especially defensive. The reason I didn't want to go for Toxic is because, well, I guess two reasons. One is that this Melodic could have Marvel Scale, the ability that would increase its special defense if it has a status condition. And two, I figured Wallace will just have full restores, so it wouldn't matter that much. Cover. See, the trouble here is I need to get its health low enough for it to want to use Recover. But then if I do it with Hyper Beam, I'm going to have to just heal up again. Because if I can switch while it's recovering, I could bring in maybe Ava or Dan, although they could get Ice Beamed. So, maybe I've underestimated his team, because we did lose Lily already, so, and Ford is weak to water, Ava's weak to ice. Let's go ahead and recover ourselves. Luckily we've got some Hydro Pump misses there. Hydro Pump is definitely more powerful, but it does that accuracy reduction. One thing I actually could do too, maybe I should use Dive. I would love to stall out this Melodic's Hydro Pumps, because it only has, I think, 10 power points. Maybe 16 if he used PP ups on it, but I doubt that. So if I can get rid of all of Melodic's Hydro Pumps, I doubt he has any power point restore items. Let's use Dive, just for fun, to have a reason to use Dive. Okay, so it's using Disarming Voice, which is a very weak fairy attack, as you guys probably remember from when we had it briefly as a on Ava. Alright, so I wonder, is it out of Hydro Pumps? Is it just conserving the Hydro Pumps? I do want to kind of, wait a little while and just make sure. If it doesn't use Hydro Pump for a while, I could probably switch in another Pokemon. I could also just fight it, again and again and again until we run out of power points and start struggling, which would be an interesting way to defeat it. Kind of a cool way to defeat it, Melodic versus Melodic, but I'm not sure it'd be the most interesting. I usually don't like watching stall battles for this exact reason. It just becomes like you just keep going until somebody runs out of power points, which can take forever. But I might not do that. We'll see how it goes. I wouldn't mind getting rid of some Melodic's Ice Beams either, because I don't know. I'm of mixed minds. Because on one hand, I don't think we're going to lose, but we could. So I don't want to be too cocky either. And we could easily get frozen by one of those Ice Beams, which might be Wallace's strategy here. But if we could get rid of her Ice Beams and Hydro Pumps, then Mega Altaria would be very safe. I don't know if Mega Altaria could survive a Ice Beam from a level 46 Melodic. Kyogre's crit, so it's not really a fair comparison. I would think, Kyogre has a much higher special attack, so I would think I could survive at least one attack. I probably couldn't one-hit knock out in return, though. So I can't come in on an Ice Beam, that's the tough part. I don't know if any of his other Pokemon have Ice attacks, but I wouldn't be too surprised. Let's stall out just a few more of Melodic's power points, because even Ice Beam only has 15. Critical hit, but I'm fine getting crit, I just don't want to get frozen. I do kind of like that Dive is actually having some actual legitimate battle usage. Like, there's a reason to use it over Surf, because neither way will do a lot of damage, so I might as well waste more turns. And Disarming Voice has, I think, a ton of power points, like 30 or 40 or something. So I don't think we're going to get to the point where it'll be struggling. But I wouldn't mind getting to the point where it runs out of Ice Beams. Ironically, Disarming Voice will be super effective against Altaria if I switch it in. And on the switch in, I'm not Mega Evolved, so that could hurt too. Alright, so it does have some more Ice Beams left. I could also bring in Ford, because I don't think we have any more Hydro Pumps. So ironically, that might be a good switch in, would be, because Ford resists Disarming Voice, he resists Ice Beam. Only move that I have to worry about is Hydro Pump. So here's what I'm going to do. Let me go ahead and heal up, and hope I don't regret this. Recover, okay, that's fair. So I could have switched there, it would have been nice, but alright, so now we're both recovered. So I can bring in Eve later to take on his other Pokemon if I need to. Which could be nice if I have to stall them out. Because his other Pokemon probably don't have recovery moves, probably. Alright, also Melodic could be faster, but it doesn't have Hydro Pump anymore. And I don't think, unless I get frozen. I wonder if, does Flare Blitz break ice? Let me just look that up real quick. It might even be, here we go, category, moves that thaw out the user. Flare Blitz is one of them. Okay, so let's bring in 4, because even if I get frozen by Ice Beam and I get really unlucky, it's only a 10% chance, then at least I can always use Flare Blitz to get myself out. It won't do a lot of damage, but hey. Alright, Disarming Voice will barely do anything because 4... Oh, actually no, 4 doesn't resist it because he's part Fighting type. Luckily it still didn't do much, so now we just have to hope that we don't crash. Please don't crash, please don't crash. Yes, good. Alright, that did about as much damage as I thought it would. So let's see, if High Jump Kick is 130, and it's not super effective, so no Expert Belt bonus. So plus 65 for Stab is 195. So Earthquake will do a tad bit over half of what High Jump Kick did, so I think it should finish it off. I really want to use Earthquake because it's more accurate, and, you know, High Jump Kick, if you miss, you don't just miss, you take damage. Alright, so ironically, we beat his best Water-type Pokemon with a Fire-type, but good job, Ford. And Celia, okay, you know he's desperate when he's bringing in a Water-Ice type. So it's not fully evolved. Interesting here. Do I want to use... I guess I want to use High Jump Kick. I have a few choices here, all of which are valid. Flare Blitz is a nice, very accurate, evenly effective move, although Celio might have the ability Thick Fat, I can't remember, which would actually have Fire-type moves, so even though it wouldn't be technically not very effective, in practice it would be. There's High Jump Kick, which is kind of the right choice. It would knock out Celio in one hit easily, as long as I hit. And Stone Edge would probably knock it out, but actually Stone Edge has a lesser hit chance than High Jump Kick, 80% versus 90%. But if I miss Stone Edge, I don't take recoil damage. You know what? Nothing ventured, nothing gained. This is why we have High Jump Kick, and we hit. Ironically, I really wouldn't have minded too much if we missed that one, because we would have had a chance to use some other Pokemon here. But hey, I'll take it. And okay, Seeking. I was thinking he had Whale Lord, so I was close, I guess, but no cigar. Right, once again, High Jump Kick. And once again, we've hit. This will probably still be a knockout, because, yeah, Seeking's just not that powerful. So, yeah, overall, all that hype for Wallace, I'm not actually that impressed. Melodic is obviously a really awesome Pokemon, but I think it was actually lower level in this game than it was last time. So, a little disappointing there. But still a fun battle, and hopefully you guys enjoyed watching it. Bravo! Hopefully the Pokemon League is a little bit more challenging. I realize now your authenticity and magnificence as a Pokemon trainer. I find much joy in having met you and your Pokemon. You have proven yourself worthy of the Rain Badge. Accept it. Having that badge assures you full obedience of all your Pokemon to every command you make. There it is, a very shiny Rain Badge. Thank you, Wallace. And so you never forget the battle we shared. Here. Oh! He gives you an HM, that's gotta be a first. Wonder if that's why he has Seeking. Because it kind of is known for Waterfall. Actually, fun fact that you guys may already know, but if you don't, or don't remember, like I didn't remember, Seeking actually, like Waterfall is not a Generation 2 move, even though it became an HM in Generation 2. It was a Generation 1 move that only Seeking and Goldeen could learn. It was kind of their signature move, and it couldn't climb waterfalls or anything, it was just a move. But they decided in Gen 2 and onward to make it an HM. And I suspect you could probably still get a Seeking that learns it by leveling up. You just still can't use it without the gym badge. It allows you to smash into an opponent with the force required to climb a waterfall itself. Yes, it is a mighty move. And yet, it also has a certain elegance and can sometimes cause opponents to flinch. So I assume like his Whiscash and his Seeking probably knew it, they just didn't get a chance to use it. Now, with the power of the Rain Badge, you will become able to use this HM move, Waterfall, to scale walls of cascading water. Many paths are open to you now. One path would take you to the Pokemon League. It is the goal that all trainers in Hoenn aspire to reach after obtaining all HM badges. If that is the path you choose, then you must find your way to the island said to be the most remote in Hoenn. Evergrande. But if it is a different path you seek, and you would rather pursue Pokemon and a completed Pokedex, the rumors that reach me on the wind whisper that Professor Bertrand Littleroot has created a more powerful Pokedex. Visit him, obtain this new technology, and I have little doubt you will encounter more diverse Pokemon than ever before. I will hope that a bright future waits for you, whatever path it is you chose. Well, thank you, Wallace, and thank you for a fun battle, even if it wasn't super challenging. But yeah, we get to see action from 4 of our Pokemon, although I think Ava probably could have taken on, except for Melodic's Ice Beam, probably the most of the rest of his team. Alright, so now that he has beaten, the floor no longer breaks. Yow, you've beaten Wallace, who is supposedly the best in all of Hoenn? Well, besides the Elite Four, at least. Okay, check out your trainer card. If you've gotten all the badges, you're set for the Pokemon League Challenge. That's right, where is my trainer card? This one? Nope, that's items. This one, that makes sense. No, that's the map. Okay. Must be this one. Oh, that's the save game. Is there actually a trainer card? Where's the menu? Oh, and there we go. Alright, so there it is. All my badges there on the screen. Very cool. Pokemiles. I guess that's just from trading Beldum, probably. No battle points, we get them later, and 159 Pokemon seen. We played for a little over 51 hours. It's funny, only about half of that, or maybe a little more than half of that, I've actually been on camera. The rest has been just farming berries, or leaving the game on, or, whatever. But, alright guys, well, let me head outside. Sometimes we'll get like a phone call, or like there's no phone, but nope, nothing interesting happened here. Okay, well, in that case, I will go heal our Pokemon, and when we come back, like Wallace said, there's all kinds of stuff to do, so I'm not even sure what I'm going to do first, but, I think we have a good team. We should be able to tackle any challenge that awaits, and we certainly have a lot of challenges to start tackling. So thank you all for watching once again, and I will see you right back here for more Alpha Sapphire.